It's rhythmically strange for people who grew up on the architecture of the Watergate investigation as the classic Washington investigation, or on all TV drama throughout history. The smoking gun is never revealed in the first act. It always comes. You always build to it. This is one of those cases where we got the smoking gun very early in the investigation, at a point where someone in the White House apparently convinced the president that putting out this transcript could actually help him.
Exactly. And, you know, that was obviously a huge miscalculation. And the Republicans have been trying mightily ever since then to come up with any defense. I mean, yesterday, Lawrence, the hearing, the Republicans had one witness, a guy named Jonathan Turley. And I'm certainly not going to attack his motivations or anything like that. But I will attack his consistency, because this was their one witness. And this witness is the same guy who said there was a low standard for high crimes and misdemeanors when Clinton was being considered, a really low standard. And indeed, when President Obama was in office, he said, oh, you don't need to commit a crime in order for an impeachable offense. Then he goes and turns around and takes all of that back in yesterday's testimony, and then says a whole bunch of outlandish things. Like, for example, he says this is an unprecedented investigation in terms of the speed of this impeachment. It's never happened before. It's been 75 days for this investigation. The Andrew Johnson impeachment, 3 days between act and impeachment, and the Clinton one, which he himself, this guy Turley, worked on, that impeachment, that was 75 days. So, there was a lot of stuff there that was really problematic. And you just asked about the Watergate analogy. I think the most telling thing in yesterday's testimony was Jonathan Turley was asked, has any president ever stonewalled a congressional impeachment inquiry like this and prevented every witness and every document from coming forth? And he said, oh, I don't know. I haven't studied that. Well, the answer to that is obvious. It's no. No president has ever done this. And that's why, not just is there this smoking gun about the July 25th transcript, but the way the president has reacted to this is it's self-impeachable. The Watergate phrase, it's not the crime, it's the cover-up. Boy, that applies here in spades. We have never had, Lawrence, a cover-up like this in which every single executive branch employee has been gagged.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on the button below for more from The Last Word and the rest of MSNBC.